Okay, so before we move on to actual audio adjustments, I just wanted to make sure to remind you that it's very important whenever you start a project in GarageBand or Adobe Premiere or Adobe Photoshop or pretty much anything we do here in the program, we have to have a very specific way we keep our files. It's more about just being organized than anything, but hopefully on your computer, you should have a series of folders. For example, my name's Fred McCarthy, so I may have a folder called my initials, FM, video, sound, for that particular folder. Because I'm sure you have folders for your other classes at your sending school, but it would be great if you kept just a folder for our program. And then for each section, we do section 1, section 2, section 3. This one just happens to be for this video, section 5. So I would create a new folder called S5 or section 5 mashup. And then everything related to this project is going to go in there. And that's why it's important. Take your downloaded songs and put them in there. If for some reason you opened up a Microsoft Word or a notes document and made some annotations or some notes or things that are really important that you want to do for your mix or any type of photos, it doesn't really matter. All of those things need to live inside that folder because your GarageBand.band folder is also going to be saved in there. So when you open up that .band file, it will know to access those 4 pictures in that folder. If you move those songs anywhere else, I'm sorry I said pictures, but if you move those songs out and put them anywhere else, that BAND file is not going to be able to find them. So long story short, keep everything organized in its own folder for each project. And when you're done the project, you can always go back at the end of the year and keep or delete anything that you don't want at that point. Okay, so as you can see here, each individual song shows up on the panel, okay? And these are the waveforms on how the song is laid out. You can see it's quiet here in the beginning, it picks up and then gets louder. This has more of an aggressive beat to it. But just to look at the basic interface, you have your library here, and that's anything that you import. If you have any type of songs, this actually comes with GarageBand. If you want to grab some different beats and some things like that, it'll actually show up down here, the equalizers and things of that nature. You could even turn that off if you wanted to, if you want room. You can always go back to the beginning and just pick a regular type of layout for that particular instrument. I also wanted to show you over on this side, move this over. You'll see here what we have is called the loop browser. This thing's going to be your best friend. So the loop browser contains instrument types and genres of music and the descriptions for them. Now it comes preloaded with a ton of stuff, but you can even download more than that if you have the space and if you have the time. But as you can see here, everything that is highlighted is currently on the computer. Now let's say you want this song here or this sound, you'd actually have to click and download it. And as you can see, it will begin the download for that particular song or that particular beat. Okay, so before you even go in and start editing all these different things, you want to take a look at the layout of the screen and see what you already have. For example, I want to hear what this sounds like. I'll click on it, and you can hear in the background it makes some noise. I could take a particular instrument like percussion, and these might be some songs that you would want to use from your song. Maybe you want to pick a genre where you want to pick hip hop and R&B. And you can go in and pick, different songs and things to your heart's content. Now, sometimes you'll see this warning window come up because our school does block certain things. Now, this is for my own personal computer, but if you're using one of our classroom computers and this comes up and there are songs that you would like to download, just email me privately and I will give you, I will log on your computer and get the access to be able for you to do that, okay? All right. So once you get comfortable with your windows here, and once again, you can also close your loop browser. There's even a great little notepad so you can take notes in here on how you want to maybe organize the songs and do things like that. And you can just close them. But it's a pretty nice, easy, usable interface, okay? So next up, we're actually going to start to chop up, trim, and do the volume controls for our song.